Let's go to the first exercise. Question 13. A can do a piece of work in 80 days. He works for 10 days and then B alone finishes the remaining work in 42 days. The two could complete the work in, okay. So A can do the piece of work in 80 days. But he works only for 10 days. So in 10 days he would have done 1/8 of the work, or B has done 7/8 of the work in 42 days. So if B takes 42 days for 7/8 of the work to complete the work, for the complete work, B will take, for 7/8 it is taking 42 days, so the full work it will be into 8 by 7. So which is 7 1s are 7, 7 6 are 42, which is 48 days. So A can finish the piece of work in 80 days, B can finish the piece of work in 48 days, and how many days will they finish the work? To get working together, they will finish the work in 80 upon 48 upon 80 plus 48, which is 128. 8 10s are 80, 15, 8 16s are 16, 1s are 16, 3s are, so they will finish the piece of work in 30 days. Correct answer, choice E. Now this question could have been done in an alternate way also. Let me just erase the slide so that we have some space for working. Let's look at an alternate way of working with this question. A can do a piece of work in 80 days. Okay. So let me assume the amount of work to be equal to 80 units. Now since A finishes the work in 80 days, it means A works at the rate of 1 unit per day. So I am starting off by saying A does the total amount of work is 80 units. Since A finishes the work in 80 days, that means the amount A does 1 unit per day. But A works only for 10 days. So A works for 10 days. In 10 days he would have done 10 units. So the amount of work which B is supposed to do is 70 units. So B has to do 70 units of work in 42 days. Okay. So what is the rate of working of B? So this implies B does 70 units in 42 days, or the rate of working of B is 10 by 6 units per day. So if A and B are working together, then the amount of work they will be able to do in one day will be 1 unit by A and 10 by 6 units by B, which is nothing but 16 by 6 units per day. And the total amount of work is 80 days. So the number of days required would be 80 units per day at the rate of 16 by 6 units per day, which is nothing but 80 into 6 by 16, which is equal to 16 into 5 is 80, which is 30. Those of you who are very comfortable working with ratios, you should be working with the question the first method. If you are not comfortable with ratios, this is the method you should be using. This is a little lengthy, but this is easier and you will not get confused when this. You will not get confused with this method at all. Okay.